Hi, this is Sam Misla. I've only had one midterm this week, and this is midterms week in my University of Kentucky. And that was for my Political Science 235 class, which is International Relations and World History and World Politics. And I'm mostly prepared. We don't have a textbook again for that class. Um, it's the Wall Street Journal, if you want to call that a textbook, but that's where we that's where we do our class readings from. But and the test wasn't really over that, so I mostly just went over we lecture on international relations in the class, so I mostly went over my notes, and then I went over the stories a little bit. Um, the stories that we read from the Wall Street Journal, because there were a few questions, but it was like 2 out of the 50 were over the stories in the Wall Street Journal and how they related to different types of international relations, different analyses, levels of analysis, um, and it differed from prior work in that class just because our tests are such a big part of the class grade, and most of the work is just going to class and taking notes. Um, so in that sense, it didn't really differ from the work, or it did differ from the work, but it didn't really differ from any other exams that I've had in there or quizzes. It's there was 50 multiple choice and 10 short answer, I believe, and we had 50 minutes to complete that. And well, my goal and my priority was to get an A because I had a good feeling that I had a pretty good grasp on the material, and I think I did pretty well. I don't have my grade back yet, but it felt pretty good when I took it, and so hopefully I get an A or a B, a good grade. Uh, and my concern was that I wouldn't get a good grade and that I wouldn't have prepared well enough because he gave us a study guide, our instructor, but it wasn't really specific, which is fine. But I didn't really know whether they would be a lot harder and shockingly hard, or I would be okay with how I studied, and I studied pretty hard. So, um, and yeah, I think it went pretty well. So, um, and I've had other midterm papers and things in other classes, but they haven't really been exams or tests. Um, I don't know. I guess I just have classes that are different than the norm this semester. But so yeah, that completes my second video diary. Thanks.